Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We got a special guest today. If you want to present yourself, we got Gary, that killer Gary, dude. Welcome to the channel, man.
Hey man, how's it going? I am ThatKillerGary, YouTube commentary extraordinaire.
Oh yeah,
Clearly,
oh yeah. You're
on
in
such
the,
a big
you're in
channel.
my like top five, dude.
Oh heck yeah, man!
I've been watching it for a while, and it's been an honor to finally have you on here. I feel like I say that to everybody, but it's definitely I feel like this one's super special, for me, just because I've watched you from, damn, I don't even remember, like last October or sometime even before then.
Well, it
Um,
can't be too long because my channel's not very old. So
yeah, yeah, no, there
you
was.
acting like you've been watching me for a decade.
It feels like it has been. If I don't know, especially when you had like those the Christmas videos coming out. I was like, yes, let's go. We
Yeah,
got a whole week of Gary, dude.
even though that was 3 months ago.
Don't all right, don't do that to me because then that feels like yeah, it feels like yesterday, but then time just travels way too fast.
No,
Um,
you're good. I think everybody feels a little too old anyway nowadays. So
that's okay. Anyways, we're here to talk about zombies. I'm a big zombies fan, and apparently you are also a big zombies fan.
yes, I am a very big zombies fan. It is I wouldn't say it's my favorite mode, but it's one that I have held close to me for many years since I started playing COD.
Nice. All right, so my first question is, where did you start with zombies? What was your first zombies experience?
So when I initially got this question, I actually had no clue, simply because it's been a decade. But the nice thing about Xbox achievements is that it records the date when
Oh,
you got the achievement. So I was able to
nice.
fact check this.
Okay.
And according to Xbox, the first zombies that I played, or at least the first zombies achievement that I got, was on Transit in BO2 about a decade ago.
All right.
So I guess Transit. That's best I have to go off of.
What an interesting intro to like the I guess the zombies experience. It's like kind of like halfway, I would say. It's almost like halfway through it.
I know it's funny because like most people, when you would think they'd start with zombies, it would either be Knocked or
Hmm.
God damn it, I'm forgetting
Kino.
the Aquino. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm so bad with the names. I don't know. I'm not good with the German language. I'm sorry.
that's fun. Yeah, mine was definitely Kino. I think I would almost say most people that have played zombies or like zombies fans probably started at Kino. If you're like a bit older, maybe in your like 20, a later 20s, you're probably like a War at War, like knocked
Yeah,
person for sure.
yeah. No, I think Kino was second. I'm trying to remember exactly what the dates were. It. I know Transit was first, but then it was either Knocked or Kino second. So it's not. It wasn't far off from the first.
All right, do you remember that like that game you had on Transit? Or I guess like the first few times you played it?
Hell no.
No?
No, not at all, dude. That was a
Mm,
decade ago. I'm not keeping that memory stored. I mean, I have very specific games memorized from very
okay.
specific times, but not the first time. Definitely not.
I remember my first time, at least like one of the first few times, because it was like before I even really like got a PlayStation account. My brothers had a PS3 from 2006, and I eventually finally stumbled on it when they got Black Ops, and I played Kino for the first time, and I remember just shaking like uncontrollably with the controller in my hand. I was like, bro, I cannot do this. And like, I think I got the dogs and I just died. I was like, I can't
Yeah,
do it.
no,
It's too
that
scary.
sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, I think I got over my fear, but it took a long time. It wasn't until probably like Black Ops 3 I was like actually over my fear of like zombies. So like all of Black Ops 2, I'm like pissing my pants pretty much. Just like terrified.
I remember fearing video games when I was younger. Heck, this is pretty embarrassing what I'm about to say, but nighttime Minecraft back in the day terrified me. I did not like zombies at all.
Interesting. Interesting.
I
I guess
don't
that
know
makes sense.
why.
Yeah. Like if you all the mobs that like come attack you, that is like it's like an
Yeah, but I
adrenaline
mean
rush.
the difference in this case is yours is understandable because it's a
Mm.
fully like modeled German World War II zombie it looks like a real zombie.
Yeah.
Mine's just like 3 cubes,
No,
and I'm terrified of
I
it.
think I used to be, yeah, I feel like I used to be scared of zombies in Minecraft. It was so long ago, I just can't remember. Like kind of the opposite of like you for COD. You're like you don't remember your transit or your like first experience.
I do remember my first Minecraft experience though, but that'd be a story for another video.
Probably could. I hope it was a good one at least. Um, So then my next question is, I got top three maps. I'm gonna let you take a crack at that since you've had
Yes,
longer to think about.
this is a good question, and I bet my answers might surprise people.
Okay.
Also, I'll start with my third favorite and build up,
Yeah,
since I
there you
feel like
go.
that'd be a little more interesting. So I would say my third favorite map easily would be Shadows of Evil.
Nice. Okay.
I remember I got Black Ops 3 the day after it came out because,
Mm-hmm.
funnily enough, the day after it came out was my birthday, so it was just,
Oh,
dude, epic timing. Yeah, I
nice.
wish they still released COD games in early November because
Yeah.
usually it lines up with my birthday, but now
It's
it's
like,
just like
yeah. That's my best friend's.
October.
Yeah, my best friend's birthday is also like early November.
Heck yeah. But yeah, no, Shadows of Evil. I remember popping in the game, waiting like 3 hours for the install because big game on Xbox. In
Great
the old
game.
gens, you could just pop the disc in and it would play, but with the new gens, it's like you have to wait like 3, 4 hours for like 100 GB game to
Right.
install.
You gotta get like
There.
the update and all that
Oh
through.
yeah, no, the update, like the day one updates,
Mm-hmm.
dude, that shit sucked
That
having to sit through it
does
because it took
sucks.
so long.
That sucks, yeah.
But after going through the 4 hour install, I remember popping into Shadows of Evil like first day. It was awesome, blew my mind. I've never a zombie experience like that in my life.
Nice.
100%. Especially like, I mean, there isn't a zombies map like Shadows of Evil in my opinion. There
Yeah,
really isn't.
I feel like it's
Especially
a
with it being
standalone. Mm-hmm.
the old themed map. You could craft. I mean, you could craft weapons in previous, but what was it like the one that I forget the name, but the one that shoots portals.
The Apothecon Servant or
The
something like that.
Apothecon servant. I don't know that one though. That was awesome. Stuff
That
like
thing is
that. It's
crazy
like
cool.
kind of very mind blowing, especially back then when we hadn't had a zombies experience. Like we never had anything like that in zombies before
Mm-hmm.
at all.
I remember people were like super negative about it when it came out. I was kind of on that boat because I was like, aliens and zombies? It's a little weird, but it grew on me because that was the only map to play for like the first few months. And I'm like, all right, I get it. Like this map's actually pretty cool. Like I dig it. I love the theme, the vibe. It's a very I think established map because there's so much like lore in it as well, just hidden
Oh
all over
yeah,
the
no, the
place.
lore too. Like each kid, like instead of getting this like group of ragtag characters, not saying that the 115 group is bad or anything, no hate towards them, but like instead of getting these like ragtag group of World War II like soldiers or whatever, you get like each individual character. They come from different parts of the city and they have all their own backstories and why they're
Yes.
there and stuff. It's
Mm-hmm.
so cool.
It's a very cool map.
Also, on the hate for the map, honestly, I think that wasn't because of the zombies. I think that more so stemmed from the fact that Black Ops 3 is its on its own got a lot of hate for being a futuristic Call of Duty, even if it's
Mm.
not viewed negatively now. A lot of people didn't like the futuristic movement and stuff. I mean, Advanced Warfare, for example,
Yeah.
it suffered the same thing. At first, a lot of people didn't like it because of, I mean, it didn't have like anything like wall running, but it had the boost jumping and stuff and like I don't, just crazy movement. Remember like I feel, wasn't there like a sprint option where you could like or maybe it was sliding. I don't know, but there was like a super fast slide option or something from what I
Mm.
remember. It was crazy. People were hating on that all the time.
I think in like multiplayer, if you like slid
Yeah.
with your like jetpack full, it'll like boost you.
Yeah, it'll
Um,
boost you really
I
fast. Yeah,
liked it
people
actually. I
hated
was
that.
I was
I
like
liked it
one of the
too.
few that actually liked. I thought it was a lot better. They like made it a lot better in multiplayer for like the experience. And they did have wall running. I remember they did have that. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if wall running in Advanced Warfare. I don't know. It's been a
I don't know
decade.
about Advanced Warfare. It might
It
have been
wasn't
too old.
Black Ops 3 though. I liked the movement personally. I enjoyed the
Hmm.
games, but most people, at least back then, didn't. So I'm feeling like I think a lot of the hate stemmed from that rather than it just being a
That
kind of
makes
like a new
sense.
thing.
That makes sense. All right. All right. What's number two?
Good old town survival, easily.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That's just
That's a
I think for
classic.
me it's funny. I'm going from one of the more complicated maps to probably the most simple map, but I think that's what makes it so good, just pure simplicity.
Hmm.
You spawn in, you got the pack-a-punch machine right next to you. Each perk, except for I think it was like double tap or whatever, was locked behind a door, and that's all you had to do to get to him.
I think the only other simple map I could think of is like Bus Depot. Like I think you have like just quick revive, and that's it in the
You
box.
just have yeah, you have quick revive in the box and
That's it.
nothing
That's all
else.
you got. It's a
You
little
know,
scary.
you
All
know,
right.
town survival, simplicity.
Hmm.
I was about to say the bank, but I realized that only works on transit. That would have been cool if it
Right.
worked on survival,
That
though.
would
That
have
would
been
have been
nice.
actually maybe that would have been kind of broken.
I've always thought you could open it in a different way. Like people would like theorize,
Mm.
like, oh, you got to get a rocket launcher out of the box and then shoot it. It's like, oh, or something like that.
Yeah, or like take like the pack-a-punch ballistic knife that can like res people. It can also break down the bank door or whatever. Something
Ooh,
stupid like that.
yeah, or like a tomahawk if you can like secret tomahawk, you can get it at the back of the map. I
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
those things. All right, what's number one
Those are
then?
great videos. All right. My favorite map, which might surprise people, is Derice, but not like World at War Derice, the Black Ops 3 Derice, so the giant.
Oh, the giant. That makes
That's
sense. That makes sense.
easily my favorite map, probably my most played map too. And I think for me is because I think it's a good mix of simplicity and like complication because you're taking a simple map all the way back from, like 10, 15 years ago. Well,
Hmm.
not when it came out, but
No,
at
yeah,
least nowadays.
yeah.
And you're mixing it with, a new game that came out much later after it. So you're getting the whole new like loot pool and the double pack a punch stuff like that. It's just taking an old map and mixing it with the new stuff, and I think that's what I like so much about it.
I love the look of the giant. I love how it's
Oh,
snowing.
that too.
Like the
Yeah,
snow is great. Like that adds
the
so much
snow.
to it. Um, the lighting is just crazy. Like
I
there's so much more
know.
red in like the windows and like the top.
Yeah,
Um,
and like isn't it like I don't know, this is probably wrong, but it feels like half the map is on fire. And like that's the part of the light that I
yeah,
memorized the most about it is the
yeah.
like orange burning parts or whatever. I don't
It,
know.
they definitely have like their differences, and I can see why someone would argue like the original Derice is better, but I kind of agree with you actually. I do like the giant quite a lot, from
Yeah,
an aesthetic
it's definitely
standpoint.
I like I said, a good mix of old and new. I think, and that's why I think I've always been drawn to it.
Okay. Dang, if I had to think of my third one, like if I started from three, I'll throw a curveball. Zetsubo no Shima. I think that's number three for me.
Really?
That one,
That's an interesting one. That's
it was
really an interesting
at the
one.
time it was not received well at all. I
No,
think that
I like
was
Zetsubo personally,
I
but
think
it's
like I don't
def
know, most people like I've talked to, like all my friends were like, dude, I don't really like this map, or like I remember specifically when that map came out, we didn't have another map for like 3 months, so people were so sick of
Mhm.
Zetsubo. Um, but I don't know. I just something about it. I like the Easter egg. I've done it so many times. Um, I like the plant system. Like you get different random things from the plants. Um, the layout of the map. I love like the what is it? The little chutes you can go through.
Oh yeah, no,
Um,
those like little sheets that you can like go through to like get to a different part of the map, right?
yes, I like that.
Yeah.
There's like a slide somewhere as well, like a little mini slide. Um, and then I kind of like the thrashers. Like they are kind of annoying sometimes, but they're not hard to kill, so they're
Hmm.
really fun. I remember that map like introduced a lot of new guns like the HG40, um, I think the Marshalls and some other guns. I can't quite remember, but I don't know. I like Zetsubo. I'm kind of a Zetsubo fan. Um,
The HG40 kind of brings me back some pain because remember in multiplayer when they did that like special contract where they like give you one free like melee drop
yes.
and then
Hmm.
a weapon drop, and I got the HG40 and I never got anything else. So it
Really?
was it was the only exclusive weapon I got, and it's just like, dude, I don't know, it's just some PTSD from sitting there and opening the supply drops over and over again and just getting nothing.
Yeah, I know,
That's
dude.
just running through my head right now.
The supply drops were terrible. I remember I got
There's
the Marshalls. They're really good at multiplayer, but I
yeah,
think
no,
I got my stupid like buzzsaw, a melee weapon. I was like, I'm never gonna use this.
I opened a lot of supply drops, like way too many, and the only two things I got were the L4 Siege and the HG40. I never got anything else. It was
Dang.
terrible.
The luck is so like harsh. You also get like duplicates too, so it makes it even harder.
Yeah, and then the duplicates wouldn't even be like worth like the total supply drop if you got
Mm-mm.
like a rare. It wouldn't even
Mm-mm.
give you 30 back. It'd give you like 10.
Yeah,
It
it
was,
was
it was just
not a
complete
good
scam.
system. Yeah, it was not a good
No,
system. Very gambly.
but it is Activision, and I mean, if anything, they're very predatory. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Definitely, and especially nowadays with MW2 and
I use like
it's
the term like anti-consumer friendly. It's just
Yeah,
like
no,
they are not friendly.
it seems like every year with every Call of Duty release, it's become more money, like profit maximized rather
Does
than
yeah,
trying to make a good game, in my opinion.
super money hungry. I agree.
Activision's just trying to make as much money now as possible. I mean, that's why, hell, that's probably why MW3 came out right after MW2. Money.
Right. I was kind of surprised by that. All right.
Hmm.
My number two. God, if I had to think about a number two, I know what my number one is. I almost want to like list like a custom map from War at War, but I'm not gonna do that. I gotta pick like a legit map. Maybe I might say Buried. I think Buried might be a little underrated because most people pick like Origins as like one of their tops,
Yeah,
and
no,
like Mob of the Dead.
I would totally agree with you on that. I think Buried's pretty underrated.
I just like I don't know. I love the saloon. I love the atmosphere of that map. Like it's underground. It's very spooky. I would always get scared going into the
Oh
witch's
yeah,
house.
the witch's house, and then the maze with all like the ghosts and
Oh
stuff, and
yeah, that was freaky, dude. That map still kind of scares me nowadays, even though
I
I'm
know, it
an
definitely does
adult.
to me as well. Oh, do you remember like at the spawn, ever like trying to jump up to the boost area and then getting the AMG or
Yes,
whatever? Yeah,
yes, get the L
I've
set.
I've felt that so many times.
That jump, yeah, I understand. That jump is tough. Um,
Not to mention
I
you have to like sit up there for 10 minutes to get the
yes,
points to afford it too.
yeah, you gotta sit
Yeah.
there for a while, gather up points. I also really just like, I know the Paralyzer is kind of like not the most like useful gun in all of like Wonder Weapon history, but it was just such a cool one because it's like the biggest one, and you could fly with it. I thought that was like the most unique Wonder Weapon I've ever seen in my life. I was like, this thing is crazy, dude. I could literally hit the ceiling. And it has infinite ammo as well. I thought that was awesome.
You know, I feel like yeah, no, that's kind of what I think. I think I kind of think the opposite. I think it's one of the better Wonder Weapons. It's just boring,
Mm,
so people kind of think of it negatively. But still, tell me a Wonder Weapon that you can fly with. Any other Wonder Weapon?
exactly. Maybe
Yeah.
okay, wait. Maybe actually no, that's the I think the War at War or the Black Ops 1 ray gun, if you jump and shoot, I think it
Oh
pushes you back.
yeah.
I think it does.
But that's when it did like more. Didn't it do more damage to you back then? Well, no, the ray gun's always done damage to you, but
Yeah, I found that out very quick. I played War at War like a stream or two ago, and I was playing zombies as like my warm up, and someone was like, "Be careful using that ray gun. You're gonna kill yourself with it." I'm like, "Nah, it's not that strong." And so I shoot the ground at my foot at full health, instantly die.
this is why I like the Mark II better because it doesn't do damage to you.
Oh, I love the Mark II, and that's where that's the map that had the Mark II. That's what
Oh really?
yeah, that's the map that like introduced it. So I love Buried. I think that's a top two, number two for me.
Yeah, no, I honestly I would put that in my top five if we were doing a top five. I've always loved Buried.
I just didn't want to do like too long of a list. I think like try to pick your brain like what's your go-to maps.
No, that's fair.
And then number one, I mean it's probably like half of everybody's favorite is Mob of the Dead. I just like it's kind of the same thing as like Shadows of Evil for you. Great, just atmosphere, great location. I actually visited it last
Oh
year.
really?
Yeah,
You actually went to Alcatraz?
I went to San Francisco with my parents for my graduation trip, and we went in May, and it was like the perfect. Oh my God, the weather was so bad. Like one of those days we were there, and then I was terrified that the weather was going to be bad when we were at Alcatraz. It was beautiful. I mean, like clear skies. It was a little chilly, but it was just amazing. And I remember I had this awesome fucking hot dog from this random Hispanic lady on the side of the road that was like dishing them up. Best hot dog I've ever had. It was wrapped in like
West Coast hot
bacon.
dogs.
Oh, it was so
That's all
good.
I'm saying.
West Coast hot dogs.
It's not just San Francisco. You ever go up any major city along the West Coast, Seattle, Portland, LA,
Mm,
San Francisco, they all have good hot dogs.
nice.
It's just the West
Yeah.
Coast. They know how
I
to do it.
I learned it. I learned that the good way. But yeah, that was awesome. That trip was amazing. So I like when I was there, I was nerding out like crazy. My mom was like, "You know a lot about this place." I'm like, "Dude, you don't understand. This is my favorite map."
You don't
Um,
understand. This specific prison out of any prison in the world played a big role in my childhood.
big role in my life. I was like, "Yo, this is where Pack a Punch is." I'm like, "Yo, this is where what is it, Jugs? This is where Speak Hole is." We were in the cafeteria, and I'm like, "Dude, the amount of times I've trained in this room is insane."
Yep.
So
100%.
cool. I went around the whole thing twice. Like I was ecstatic. We
Did
were
you do
there
an
all
actual
day.
like IRL train while you were there?
Yes, I had a bunch of people follow me and like, come on, act like zombies and
Come on,
run
yeah,
away.
that's
It was awesome. It was such a good experience. So yeah, Mob
yeah.
of the Dead's definitely number one for me.
Hell yeah, man.
Then I got one last question for us to round it out. What are your thoughts on the current state of zombies? So like Black Ops 6.
All right, so I gotta be honest. I haven't played a new zombies in years. The newest zombies I played is BO4,
Oh
and
wow, it's been a while.
yeah, and I feel like that might be saying something. I did not like BO4 zombies at all. I didn't. After I played BO4 zombies, didn't trust it after that at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the drop off for sure. Like that's when it like was like,
Yeah, no.
okay, zombies is taking a bad turn. Like Black Ops 4 is rough.
Yeah, no, I hopped into I think the first map I played was the Mob of the Dead remake or whatever. I don't remember what it was called,
It was Blood
but
of
I
the Dead,
hopped
I think.
Blood of the Dead. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hopped into that map, played it for 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this?
I did
What
that.
is
Yeah,
this shit,
that
dude?
that
I want
Easter
to
egg
play
was
this.
so buggy. I remember doing it
Easter
with my
egg was
friends.
terrible.
It was so hard. I was like, bro, this Easter egg makes no sense.
Hell, I was pissed off about the nitpicky things. Like they take the perfectly good perk cola system and like
Mm-hmm.
what the hell? You're giving me fucking soda cans with like, knockoff. It feels like knockoff soda that you'd find at like the Kroger like clearance bin or whatever. It's just like
The dollar
it's so
store.
stupid. Yeah, you'd find it at the dollar store. You go into Dollar General and you just see these on the counter.
Yeah, they definitely like messed up the perk system. They had like the
Yeah,
elixirs. I remember those were not as good as like gobble gums.
and no perk jingles.
Yeah, that
I
sucked.
cried real man tears when I learned that.
When I learned like you can't train zombies the same way as like all the other three games or four maybe, like the zombies will cut you off and they'll also like spawn super fast in like other areas. So if you try to run away, you're pretty much just running into more zombies. Like they spawn that fast in that game. I was like, this is impossible. Like this game is crazy bad. Okay, so I played Black Ops 4 Zombies. I played Cold War. Cold War started off good. It wasn't great. It definitely like started fizzling out really quickly after like Firebase Z came out, and then I've never bought a game past Cold War, another COD game, so I've just been kind of like keeping my ear out in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and I was wondering if you like knew anything about it at all.
I haven't bought a COD game since MW 2019. I'll be real with you. Like,
Okay,
it's just I don't play modern COD
you're
really at
like
all
one
anymore.
behind me. I gave Cold
Oh,
War. I
okay.
was really like on the fence of buying Cold War. It's like I don't really want to, but then my buddy was like, "It's on sale." I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'll get it."
Yeah, no, I lost my trust in Call of Duty years ago. Not to say that MW 2019 was bad, but it was just like
Hmm.
after that, it was just ugh. I couldn't give Activision my money anymore. At least when the games came out.
Oh yeah, understandably. Um,
Mhm.
I still keep up. I watch. Do you know Mr. Waffle Waffles?
Yes, I haven't. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Really? Yeah. I
Yeah, no, I have. It's been years, but
I've kept up
yes.
with that guy since like the beginning of Black Ops 3, and
Oh, dang.
um I just like keeping my ear out about like different updates and stuff with all the new zombies lore, and I don't know. I'm not as involved in it as I used to be, but um I seems like Black Ops 6 Zombies is a bit mixed. I know like one guy I talked to in a Discord. Shout out Keza. He's a big Black Ops 6 fan, and it's just like it's in such a weird state where I'm like, it's not really zombies anymore. At least what it used to be, and it makes sense because like all the devs that used to work on that stuff are kind of gone. I think like a couple are still there. Like I think Craig still does like the fiction writing for the story and all that, but just like all the new mechanics they have and whatnot, and mix it in with like Warzone mechanics and multiplayer, all that together is just like it doesn't feel like zombies anymore. So I think actually you're doing yourself more justice than I am because I'm still like looking at this stuff and being like, man, this sucks. Whereas I could probably just ignore it and go back to playing, my Black Ops 1 zombies.
Before you asked me those questions, I forgot that like that Cold War and like Black Ops 6 zombies even existed. So,
They're
I
basically
mean,
the same too. Like they
yeah,
act the same. Like, the only thing they added in Black Ops 6 zombies was like a more detailed like skill tree of like perks, and then I think they're called like augments or something, and then
Mhm.
um and then the omni movement. It's like otherwise it's kind of the same thing. You know, the point system sucks and all that.
Not to mention, this is just like kind of an outside view. From what I can tell, the zombies maps just don't even feel like zombies maps anymore.
No, not really. I mean, the closest one was probably like Citadel Daymore. That one looked okay.
Yeah, but it's like they look like just multiplayer maps. They
Yeah,
just like it looks like they strip them for multiplayer and then just like kind of roughen them up a bit to make it seem like it's a zombie apocalypse. It doesn't
Liberty
feel like
Liberty Falls was like a big one of that. I thought Terminus looked very zombies though. It's very dark, eerie, had like different islands and stuff. Um,
honestly, it reminded me more of MW3 Survival than it did Black Ops Zombies.
Classic. I'd rather play that though, to be
Oh yeah,
honest.
no, 100%. I
Yeah,
love MW3 Survival.
I played a bit of MW3 Survival. I never owned the game, but like all my buddies would have it, and we would, get drunk and play that. and
Heck yeah,
and
see how far you could go.
yeah, it was good. It's good times. Well, thank you, Gary, for coming on. It was a pleasure. This was a nice lengthy episode, and I'll just slap it all together. It'll be fine. I'll put some
Heck
gameplay
yeah,
in the
man.
background. Gotta
Totally.
gotta get that going. But
Actually,
yeah.
well, actually, no, never mind. I was gonna say, that probably wouldn't work, but we could like do some MW3 Survival. That'd be funny.
I would have to get a copy. That's like the only COD I don't really have anymore.
I mean, it is on Steam. I will say that
Oh, it's
if you have
true.
a PC, yeah.
I could wait for them to. I think the sale ended already. I got Ghosts. This is
Oh
like
heck yeah,
a
I need
bit
to
of a
get
spoiler.
Ghost.
Yeah,
I need to get Ghost.
I'm waiting for Manny to come back so I can what is it? So I can record with him. So I'm being patient.
What was the zombies mode in Ghost called again? What was it?
Extinction.
Yeah, Extinction. I love
hmm
Extinction. I need to get Ghost and play that.
I wanna make a video for Extinction. I think I will do that pretty soon. Um, I was gonna wait to play multiplayer with my buddy and make a little video there. But yeah, that was great. And everybody that's watching, go sub to ThatKillerGary. Probably, and I think you have more subs than me. But
Yeah, maybe. Who
if you've never
knows?
heard of him, he's got great videos over on his channel. I really enjoy him, and yeah,
Somehow people think my videos are good. I don't think they do, but numbers don't lie. That's just the only. That's all I have to base. I think they're terrible, but other
I
people
think you do a
don't.
great
So,
job, dude. In my
thank you.
opinion, you do a great job. You're very authentic
Yeah.
with
I think you
what you
do as
do.
well.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Appreciate
Anybody
it.
watching, I mean, I'm assuming you're calling me crazy subscriber, but you should subscribe to him as well. He's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Love his
Nice.
videos.
All right, well, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.